G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping into Go Battle League, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, but we'll jump straight into Great League. We're going to be running Whaleren with Powder Snow, Icicle Spear and Earthquake, Trevenant with Shadow Claw, Seed Bomb and Shadow Ball, and Nidoqueen with Poison Jab, Poison Fang and Earth Power. So I'm going to jump into some meta picks after seeing some of the Go Battle League Worlds. Watching them play is just absolutely insane. Some absolutely crazy good players there. So let's just jump in and use some of these big meta picks to see if we can rank up. So as you can see, I'm nowhere near that league. I'm an ace trainer, and I'm trying to push up into veteran. So if you saw my previous video, which I'll link to, I got close, but yeah, 3 elo away, and then way back down I went. So in the first matchup, we've got Cofagrigus versus Whaleren, which is not too bad. Shadow Ball is going to do a lot of damage, but because this isn't a Shadow Whaleren, it's going to be able to tank a little bit more damage. That Shadow Ball is still brutal. I'm going to charge up to the Earthquake, but just throw the Icicle Spear and see if we can chip away at this thing. Cofagrigus is an absolute tank, which isn't the norm for ghost types, but Cofagrigus is the outlier there, so the exception to the rule. So I'm able to grab a shield, which is really good, and oh, they swap into Stunfisk. So going to go straight for the Icicle Spear here, and then I'm going to instantly swap into my Trevenant. So the reason I'm going to swap into the Trevenant is because obviously Nidoqueen doesn't really want to see this. The Earthquake and Rock Slide baits are just too much for me to handle, so I'll swap into Trevenant here. I'll overfarm a little bit of energy and then throw the Shadow Ball straight down, and we'll see if we can do enough damage to take it out. Unfortunately, it's just not enough, but I'm able to Shadow Claw it down, get me one little bit of extra energy. Out comes the Cofagrigus, and I'm actually going to shield this up. I expect it to be another Shadow Ball coming through, and it is. So big shield there, and then I'm going to look to farm up all the way, and I'm able to farm it down. So that's absolutely outstanding. So the next one out, and I'm just going to go straight for the Seed Bomb here, and we'll see what we get. So Seed Bomb coming through onto the Scum Tank, swap into the Nidoqueen, and at this point they say good game, and off they go. So got the shiny Nidoqueen there for the flex. Again, it's not a shadow, so I don't have a good shadow variant to power up and run, but I do like a little bit more bulk, so I'm not sure whether the shadows are for me, but once I get one, I will probably give it a go. So pretty good matchups there for me. Was able to take that one fairly well. I'm not sure how bad a matchup the Scum Tank is, but we'll jump into this next one, and we've got a Zoomerl on the lead. So this is not ideal for me. So what I'm going to do here is charge up to Earthquake and hope they decide not to shield. So the only thing I really have to worry about here, well, you're about to probably see it, and it's going to be the Play Rough. So Play Rough going to come through, and as you can see, it just does just under half health, which works out all right for me because it does mean I can survive another one. So I'm going to go straight for the Earthquake, and oof, that does not do much damage. Azumarill still being as bulky as ever. So I'm able to get to the second one here. Good thing here is they're not going to be able to farm me down here. They're going to have to throw energy. I'm just too far out for them to be farming me down, but they did charge a little bit extra than what they did last time. I'm actually going to let this go. Play rough coming through, and it doesn't quite do enough, but instead of letting them get all that extra energy, I'm just going to swap straight out, and out comes the Shadow Gramble. So I would have really liked to have my Nidoqueen matched up against this, but it's not too bad. And they decide to no shield, which does mean that I'm going to be able to Shadow Claw all the way down there. And then out comes a Victory Bell. So just going to go straight for the seed bomb here, and they decide not to shield. I didn't think I would make the shadow ball, so in this one, I'm going to and accidentally go into the wrong Pokemon there. So I wanted to go straight into Nidoqueen. I knew that they didn't have a charge move, but yeah, just wanted to just click the wrong thing, and I would have really liked to keep the Wailord in the back, because if they had have debuffed me there, then I would have had the Wailord to swap into. So that was just a misclick there. Going to go straight now into the Poison Fangs onto the Azumarill. They shield the first one up, which is fine. They're not going to be able to get to two Ice Beams in time, so I'm just going to go straight into the next Poison Fang, debuff it even further, and do all that super effective damage. Shield this up, and that's good game. Yeah, so a lot closer than I would have liked, but yeah, had the shield in place, so pretty straightforward matchup there, which is really, really nice. So able to take that game as well. So got a pretty poor lead. Whaleren, there's a few things Whaleren doesn't want to see. So fighters, one of the things it really doesn't want to see is Registeel, but yeah, all fighters. So we'll jump into this next one and see how we go here. So Sableye on the lead, and it looks like people are running all of the meta that is on display this weekend at Worlds, myself included, so can't blame anybody. With the Sableye being out there, so Sableye comes out. I'm going to no shield this, and unfortunately, it's a power gem, so I was worried that it was going to have the power gem. Obviously, that's going to be super effective and does a huge amount of damage. So being a non-shadow or non-purified version is yeah, means that it's probably going to be running that power gem, and you just need to be careful. Unfortunately, it does a huge amount of damage, and they take switch. So the question here is, what do I come in with? And I'm thinking that I should be coming in with the Trevenant. It's going to take a huge amount of damage, and I am going to have to shield. So we'll shield this up, and then hopefully I can farm all the way down before they get to another move. It is questionable though, and I am able to get there. So able to farm it down before they get to another move, and that gives me a lot of energy on the Trevenant, and we'll see what comes in. So in comes the Venusaur. So this is not terrible for me. It's not great either, but it's yeah, somewhere in the middle. So we'll see what they want to do. So I'm going to look to um, Shadow Claw down, and obviously the Frenzy Plants are going to be doing, well, if they throw a Sludge Bomb, which they don't, they bait with the Frenzy Plant, it's going to do a lot more damage. So we'll see if they want to swap out. They're not swapping out, so I'm just going to throw this Shadow Ball, and we'll see how much damage this does. So it should be doing all of the damage, which is works out really well for me. And then out comes a uh, Medicham. So I didn't think I would have quite enough energy to um, take out to get to the Shadow Ball. So I wanted to swap in and try and catch, but they didn't go for it. They've thrown the Ice Punch there. Going to now throw my Poison Fang, and going to be doing a lot of chip damage here. So now I don't even need to be at the poison at the Shadow Ball. A Seed Bomb will be doing enough damage to take this thing out. So if they KO me here, I'm just going to be able to instantly throw the Seed Bomb, but they know that they need energy, so they just let it go, and I'm able to take that win. So that was pretty comfortable there in the end. Not an ideal Pokemon to be going into with shields down, because Medicham does have access to Psychic. The issue there is they were never going to be able to get to a Psychic and then have a Ice Beam stored up before my Nidoqueen could do a whole lot of work on them. So was able to get the job done. That was pretty good battle there. So we've got another Shadow Granbull. So really weird. I don't know if someone else has featured it. I've certainly not seen it in the worlds. Thursday and Friday, but there it is, Shadow Granbull. So going to be looking to try and get some Icicle Spear damage off. Obviously, we hope to steal a shield with this, and I get the shield. So that's absolutely massive. And I'm actually going to go straight in for the next one. Being Shadow, obviously, it is weaker. But obviously, I'm not Shadow, so I'm also not doing quite as much damage. This puts them really low. And because Charm takes so long, I'm actually able to take this match and be up a shield. So that's huge. Absolutely huge. Um, the Sableye is a bit more tricky for me, but again, I'm going to have to run the same move here, and I'm going to look to do as much chip damage as I can. I am obviously going to have to shield up. It's going to be a foul play coming through this time, and yeah, foul play comes through, and I'm able to shield that up. So I'm going to look to do a little bit more chip damage, and then just throw straight into the Shadow Ball, and we'll see what they want to do. Do they use their second shield, or are they going to let it go? So they throw up their second shield, which is fine. And I wanted to make sure I was counting those fast moves and able to get there. So they're going to throw the foul play, and I'm going to look to farm up a little bit of extra energy, and they swap into Medicham. So here's where I made a mistake. I should have just instantly thrown my Shadow Ball here, and I would have been sitting in a much nicer position, but I didn't. And this is going to give them a really good win condition here, because they're going to be able to psychic me down, and then they're going to be able to, and I'm just not going to be able to get enough energy before the so had I just thrown the Shadow Ball on the full health Medicham and then came in with the Nidoqueen, I could have taken this match, but I'm just not going to have enough health left to be able to take the Sableye there. Possibly should have thrown the Seed Bomb, but I don't think at that range it does enough damage. So that was a good game right there. Made a huge mistake. Panic swapped out of there. Should have stayed in. But I mean, it is what it is. So unfortunately, lost that match, but learned from it. So I wanted to swap out as quickly as possible so I don't get behind on energy. But yeah, should have just thrown that charge move. So we'll jump into the next one. We've got Mew on the lead, and Mew's always an absolute nightmare on the lead because you never know what charge moves it's running. A lot of the time, it is running Wild Charge, which is going to absolutely devastate this. Whaleren. So I'm hoping that it's running something like Surf and Power Up Punch, not Power Up Punch, Surf and Flame Charge, or Dragon Claw and Surf, or something like that. And the Dragon Claw comes through. So Dragon Claw, as you can see, doesn't actually do much damage, and unfortunately, we looks like we CMP tied there, and they get priority. So the Dragon's Claw comes through, and I don't expect them to shield this up. I will be getting to another charge move before they're able to farm me down. Well, it would be close, I think, but they let it go. So in comes the Vigoroth, which is absolutely fine. Obviously, I'm going to want to throw the Icicle Spear, and then I'm going to come in with my Trevenant. So Trevenant is going to be doing no damage, but in the return matchup, the Vigoroth is also going to be doing no damage. So it's got access to Bulldoze and Body Slam. If it throws the Body Slam, it's going to do absolutely nothing, and Bulldoze is also resisted. So all of their moves are resisted. So the thing that does make this matchup playable is the Seed Bomb. So Seed Bomb's going to be able to do a nice chunk of neutral damage, and they decide to get out of there. So I'm actually going to swap straight away after banking a charge move. So I've got a Shadow Ball stored up, but yeah, the question is here, what do I want to do? So I'm going to let the first foul play go, and then I'm actually just going to go straight for the Poison Fangs. Obviously, I'm always going to be throwing Poison Fangs here because the Earth Power is just going to do absolutely nothing, and we'll see if they actually want to use a shield. So going to throw another Poison Fang there, not not throwing a charge move, so that's fine. And now they do have to actually shield up this Poison Fang. So always let the first Poison Fang through. Well, if you're going to shield a Poison Fang, you want to shield one later in the matchup because obviously it's doing more damage after you've been debuffed. But I'm able to get to another Poison Fang, which is really, really nice. And because this thing is so debuffed, I'm just going to make a combo play here. They use their shield, so I'm going to swap straight out and Seed Bomb it because they've been debuffed a bunch and they've got a lot of energy and they've just used up their last shield. So Seed Bomb should be doing enough damage, and it is. It just does enough damage, and that's going to be a good game because I'm able to get to the next Seed Bomb, and it's going to be enough to take out the Vigoroth. So really watching my energy there and making sure that I used up all those shields and then swapped in as quickly as possible and not let them farm down the Nidoqueen, and able to go 4-1 in that set with a really big mistake that lost me that game. I should have gone 5-0, and I get Phalanx as the reward. So that's really, really good. And going 4-1 is going to be really nice from this range, and it's going to be touch and go whether I can push up into veteran. So last time I was 3 short, and then unfortunately it went down a little bit. This time let's see how close we get. So there's the Phalanx Court. So 2461. So will I get 39 elo points for a 4-0? So normally you would get around the 40 mark. So it's going to be a close call, but I get to 2506, and that puts me into veteran rank. So thankfully I made it this season. Might have to do a few more battles and see how we go. But like I said, if that was useful for anyone, hit that subscribe button down below. Throw some team suggestions up. I'll probably run some more of the popular Pokemon from the world. Really liking watching it. Absolutely insane plays, and I would highly recommend everybody do the same. If you watch this before, well, tomorrow, the last day is Saturday, so let's hope for some more good battles. And Go Battle League has had some reasonable viewers on the Twitch stream, so let's hope the popularity of it is a real boost for the game. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.